Eep.
Yeah, hi. Forgot it was going. Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84. Hopefully the audio is not crap and you can actually hear what I'm saying. How's everyone doing? Let me bring up the Windows things here so I can actually see what I'm doing. And there we go. There's the chat. Yeah. Hi. Every time I do this, it's like I've never done it before. It's so great. And YouTube's only showing me the top chat. I want to see all the chat. Who do we have here? We have Thomas Armstrong. We have Colin of This Is Not Compute. Nothing gets my heart to beat a little faster than a Macintosh SE. There you go. All Things DG, hello. Trina, hello. 1-Bit Fever Dreams, hello. All Things DG. Mike, how are you doing? Good to see you. Sorry I missed your stream. I was being dumb, as you know. I want to see your pain and suffering and tears. We'll see if we can do that. We have a printer involved, so that's very possible. Are they reforming it? Let's see. Who else is here? Tavrudin is here. Oh, the chat jumped. It always does that. Denver, Yo-Yo, hello, hello. Who else is here? Noons is here. YouTube's new username thing is screwing up my brain. Sorry. SJ Bryan is here. Everything is Broken Garage. Hello. Garth Beagle. Hello. Who could have predicted this stream? Not the people who I've been live texting about my ordeals in frustration. Hey, Bruce, how's it going? Steve forgot himself. You're damn right I did. Steve, what did Dana say to me before? Steve.exe is not responding. Abort, abort, or abort. There is only abort. Yes. Let's see. You look fabulous. I feel great. Garth. Hey, Jack68K, how's it going? And Command Big Mike, hello. Victor Vicar, I think I said hello to you, but hello as well. Russian V, hello. And I think that's it. Where's the thing? Happy MARCHintosh. I'm so glad I didn't lose this again. I'm like, where did I see that damn thing? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, so happy MARCHintosh to all who celebrate, which must be each and every one of you. Otherwise, why the heck are you here? My goodness, my goodness. But it's been a eventful MARCHintosh. We are finally out of all the snow that we have had here for what seems like forever. My goodness. Hey, RetroFox, how's it going? And it's just really nice to have a break. So we have plenty of sunshine, and it was also almost up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is nuts. But it's a little bit cooler down in the basement, thankfully. So all of Mike's cats say hello at once. Are they requiring your attention? Hey, Eric, how's it going? Anyone else that I did not say hello to? Hello, hello, hello. But anyway, if you don't know what MARCHintosh is, hashtag MARCHintosh. Go to MARCHintosh.com. There is also a GlobalTalk page on that website, but essentially it's a month-long celebration about everything Apple, Macintosh related. So there's April Apples, which is next month, which is more of like an Apple II type thing. Maybe Apple III is invited. Who knows? But MARCHintosh is a lot of fun. We've been doing it for, I think this is the 5th year. But what has really kicked off for the past 3 years or so has been GlobalTalk. And GlobalTalk is basically people figuring out to use Apple Internet Router to basically talk, have all of their local talk machines on their own little intranet networks talk over the internet, which is really cool. So I have a machine, Mike could have a machine, Danny could have a machine, Bruce could have a machine, Colin could have a machine, and our machines, our file sharers, our printers could all be talking together. We could send files to each other. We could spam each other's printers. So much fun. So that is what we've been doing. There is information on the website. That's the MARCHintosh site. there's a tab or a button or whatever it is. You go there, click on GlobalTalk. All the information is there. There is a few things you have to be like mindful of for GlobalTalk, because a lot of new people this year seem to be missing it. There's a Google Sheet guide. You basically look at the instructions, you read the instructions, you follow the instructions, and your information is now provided on this list or this Google Doc that others use to go and set up their GlobalTalk networks. And there are some great easy shortcuts like air config once you get that going. There's also a great troubleshooting guide that I forgot I wrote all about the ins and outs of GlobalTalk, so you can learn how to set up your machine, what systems are supported. You can't use open transport, so there's some hand holding through Mac TCP and all that stuff. Hey Gupum, how's it going? So I know One Bit Fever Dreams. Let me give you a shout out. So One Bit Fever Dreams lost all his GlobalTalk greets and shares, because people share little files and greetings and stuff like that, because he I guess didn't back up the drive or whatever, or something failed. So please reconnect to him and spam the heck out of him in a good way. We'll get some good stuff here. Yes, I love this shirt, Arm the Animals. Yes. All right, so what the heck are we doing here today? Well, we have a big printer, which is slightly off camera. Well, there she is. Look at that. My goodness. That's a chunk right there. This stupid thing. So part of GlobalTalk is to print to each other's printers. And I'm not getting the other one for the garage, Garth. And we're trying, Jack. I'm so trying. And so essentially I have a LaserWriter, what is it? 320, personal LaserWriter 320. And I was using that to see if it would work, because I have a HP LaserDirect 2200, which worked last year. Now this year it doesn't want to work. I could just clean it or whatever, but I said, you know what? And this is all Garth Beagle's fault. I had this printer sitting on the shelf, and I got it at one of the VCFs like 3 or 4 years ago. And it's a personal LaserWriter 320. I said, you know what? Let's turn it on. And instantly it's like paper jam. And I'm like, okay, it has a paper jam, so we can fix that maybe. So I go to inspect it, and the toner just vomits all over the printer. All over the desk I had, all over the LocalTalk adapter, everywhere. And then I go to test a print, and yeah, technically it printed. But I literally sent it 3 lines of small text and simple text. That is not the outcome I was looking for. So, we're off to a great start. So, I went to the garage and basically was thinking about, do I have any other printers? And this was one that I picked up ages ago. Someone had an Apple scanner, which I wanted, but they said you have to take everything. So it was this printer, which is a LaserWriter Pro 630. It's the model with the SCSI port on it. And then there's I think it's the LaserWriter 12600 or whatever. I think it's a color one. It's a massive thing. Maybe it's not color. I don't know. But it's much taller than this one. That one, I recall the person saying the rubber wheels or whatever had goop on them, and something was wrong with it or whatever. I've never used this before, so I took it out, turned it on. I'll show you what I did when we get to it. And it's giving me an error that the motor needs to be replaced. However, I'm curious. I want to open up. I want to see, are there caps that went bad? Is the motor just seized from sitting for 30 plus years? I don't know. We're going to figure that out. So that's the part of the printer odyssey we're going to be exploring today. Let me just catch up on the chat. 9 Inch Nails cover album. Art cover. Album cover. My goodness, I can't speak. This Macintosh, I'm getting my Mac 2 CI running and see if the CPU is doing stuff, but it won't chime. Interesting. Keep at it. The 16, let's see. I took a picture of it in the garage. I should have showed it. The 12640 PS. You cannot see because it's not going to focus, but it's the 12640 PS. And I'm sorry, I wish there was like an easy way for me to share the screen on my phone, like for split seconds, but it's too much of a pain in the ass to set up. There's the LaserWriter Pro. There's a VCR from like 1977 or so, or 82 or something like that. and then there's the other LaserWriter next to it. So you could see why I didn't want to bring the other one inside. But yeah, I was trying to save my back slightly. And I only brought this one inside because I plugged it in outside and the lights turned on. I said, okay, well, that's close enough. Love printers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Embrace your printer's mistakes. Which one are you referring to as the worst printer? the 12640? I don't know. I don't know any of the specs about these things. They were given to me as part of a bundle. I've never used them before. I remember at my father's office, he had one of these. There's the LaserWriter Pro, or a similar one to it. I remember the curve. And whenever it would stop working, one of the employees would nudge it or bang it, and then it would start again. So that's great. 12640 is the worst. Okay, good to know. I will leave that in the garage, and if anybody wants to come and get that from me, you're welcome to take it. I will probably give you a few dollars to take that away from me. Great. All right, the other thing, progressive maintenance, exactly. Mike is an expert at that. I have a funny story. Mike and I were hanging out ages ago after a VCF event, and I had a Flower Power iMac, and I never turned it on for a while or whatever, and put it on the table, and I think it was the red gun on the CRT wasn't firing, so you only got green and blue. I'm like, oh, that's a shame. And Mike just goes bam, bam, bam on the side of it, and boop, it's good. Oh boy. All right, and the next is, oh god, it's heavier than it looks. Macintosh SE. So here we have a very yellowed Macintosh SE. This comes from Nate, a donation from Nate. Long time coming, so thanks for that. Came along with 2 Macintosh Plus units. This is an 800K model, and it has an Ethernet card, but BNC one, which is great. Perfect for a GlobalTalk network if you have the right adapters. It has the ports on the side. So this is an 800K one. It won't read 1.4 meg discs, but it does have a hard drive in there. So I'm just curious. I'm gonna take it apart, look at it, see what's going on in there. I'm very curious about the hard drive. Very curious about that. Because you never know, there might be drivers or software or whatever. This should have a whole 20 megabytes in the hard drive. Now, originally this also had a SideQuest disk drive with it. I think that was original 44 meg drive. That drive seemed to be dead, or it gave me an error code. And when I tried the disk that was partially inserted in that drive in another drive, it made a horrible, 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 horrible noise. If you're ever familiar with Jazz drives or SideQuest drives and the failure noise that those make, yeah. If you have any problematic or disks that you are unsure of, do not put it in a drive that you know is a good working drive. Just don't. I hope it's a mini scribe. We will see. We will see. So I guess that's where we'll start, and then we'll get to the printer pane when when we're done with this. But oh boy. Oh yeah, one more thing. Just little sucker's heavier than it looks. I did want to point out one thing on, if I could find my damn buttons here. Let's see, is this going to wake up properly? Probably not. Maybe. No. Screen sharing is weird. Let's see if I can share it. In a momento. No, kind of, sort of. It's doing that weird see-through thing on the colors. Anyway, this is my GlobalTalk system setup. It is right now it's being hosted on an emulator just because it's easier to do that when it fails or whatever. And so you can see I have a chooser here, and I'm connected to a bunch of other people's machines, and the mouse is not cooperating on this version of GlobalTalk, QMU or whatever I'm using here. But you can see tons of people here. And if I go through, you can see I can connect to people's server. There's Gutbomb. There's a bunch of other cool people. Let's see, there's Eric. So you can connect to their people's shares. There's Blue Scuzzy HQ. There's Bill Goats, Sparrownet, all this cool stuff. 40 megahertz is enough for anyone. There's 1 bit. And then if they have a printer, you can select that, and then you could select someone's printer. There's Tom's printer and so on. So a lot of fun. So if you do have the opportunity to get on GlobalTalk this year, highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. So how secure is that? Not secure. If you go to the Macintosh website and you click on the GlobalTalk thing, it very much says this is not secure. You are sharing a very old, unsecure computer over the internet. So don't share anything especially important. But we're all just sharing dumb stuff, so it's like, who cares? No worries, Jack. We'll make sure you're up and running when you get back. Rodime would be awesome. Well, we'll see. We're about to check out. I hope no one hacks my shared icons. Yeah, that'd be a big shame. All right, so let's see. I used to have a Mac Cracker tool, and then I brought it somewhere. I think it was one of the VCF shows. Hopefully this will do. So open this guy up first. And it's very yellowed. I don't know if the camera's showing it. It's very yellowed. Hello, anybody who's tuning in that I missed. Nick, hello. Vborg, hello. Socket Wench, hello. Let's put these screws over here because I'm going to lose them. Anyway, let's see if this is... Oh, so that was a question I had for the longest time. These are the just the Harbor Freight T15. It comes with a huge set of like a bunch of them. This will not fit. It would if this, I guess, detached, which I don't think it does. No. But yeah, no, it doesn't fit. So we're gonna have to get creative. I usually have my special one that I use, but I don't know where that is. So we're gonna have to improvise. Because why the heck would I look for my tools before I stream? It doesn't make any sense. Oh boy. This might be long enough. We'll see. All right. So we got this is a good old Micro Center tool kit that I'm sure is of cromulent quality. And this part is too thick to fit into the little recessed port for the Macintosh, so that's great. I do have my bag that I had my SE30, the color SE30 in. I think that's where I usually keep the Torx 15-bit. If not, this is going to be embarrassing, but I do have this other kit here. Let's see. Yeah, I need to get a dedicated one because the one I have is just like the one I have. No, that's not gonna do. Okay, let's see. It's probably, maybe it just fell behind the desk here. We're only about 20 minutes in, and already we're looking for tools. I mean, that's got to be some sort of record, right? Or not. I mean, I lose everything, don't I? Let's see. That's a T7. That's not gonna work. Do we have a hammer? Oh, a hammer would work great. Let's see. Again, the handle is too fat on this, or that would fit nicely, actually. Oh boy. Well, while I figure this out, this was really sort of on the whim. I apologize. What is something, if you're on GlobalTalk, what's something fun that you've seen or have participated in or are doing, and then what are you doing for MARCHintosh? Are you doing a video? Are you writing a blog post? Are you doing anything fun? This might work. I would love to know. The cursed double extension here. No, we're not hammering the CRT. Whee! Yeah, I'm sure this is going to work great. Yeah, no, this is not... Well, we'll try it. Nope, again, the stupid end here. That's not want to go. Make sure it's powered on. Yes, when you discharge it, make sure it's powered on. Eric knows all about that. No, that's not going anywhere. That's a shame. Ugh. I'm making my Fire Jam so you can play Eep, Quack, or anything else on note pitch with a MIDI in controller. Oh, that's cool. Debating putting Linux on my 2012 MacBook Pro. Just pulled it out to charge it back up. Borrowing that big mess as far as A to B to USB adapter. Oh, sorry. Going to fix your SE keyboard. Oh, got it. Set up a zebra label for drawing GlobalTalk, and someone printing out a sketch of a drawing of a parrot saying fart 5 times. Good fun. I wonder which parrot that could have been. Bigger spark is prettier. Oh god. All right, let me go grab. I'll point the camera so you can watch me go grab the thingamajig. And this looks worse than it is. There's a whole path here, and as things are falling, that I could walk through. Printer blocks the view, but it's actually open space. All right, so this is my Color SE30, and I think there should be a Mac Cracker tool in here, if we're lucky. Otherwise, we'll get straight to the printer, everyone's favorite. Said nobody ever. Let's see. Got tons of Ethernet cables. We got 2 blue SCSIs. A partridge in a pear tree. Got some tools. This might work. Got a bunch of tools. Because I never clear out my bag. Yes, Dana. Just in time. Power strip. Alright, I guess I'm an idiot. Big surprise to a lot of you. Oh, actually, crap. It might be upstairs. There's another bag. We'll check in a second. If this doesn't work, I'll go get the other bag. There's another bag I brought with me to that event. And, wait, what? This is supposed to have tools in it. Come out. There it goes. Which might have had the thingamajig in there, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. What I missed in the chat. Sorry. Just minor electrocution, yes. This weekend's going to be the same old computer sale. A few hours away. Sure that Macs that are portable. So MDD I wanted, so we'll see. Ooh, excellent. Good luck. Test the power on any Quicksilver, anything. Any G4 towers, especially Quicksilvers or MDDs. A lot of them don't like to work anymore. So make sure you actually test to see if power's on before you buy it, because that would be annoying if you go all the way there and you're excited and you bring home something and it just don't work. That is annoying, and I don't have the right bit here because why should I? No, I do. 15. All right. So there should be another thing I have. I don't think this is going to work. But we'll try. Oh, I think that might be doing it. Let's see. If you send me the file, Bruce, I will print it. All right, I think this one is actually making a connection. So we just have to awkwardly position our fingers to the very end of the screwdriver here. I'm gonna find my stupid tool soon as I finish this. I'm actually looking behind the desk. It might have fallen that way, but who knows? This is not a recipe for disaster anyway. Yeah, Mackie, poor guy, he's not as smart as he looks in his videos. You ever see a live stream of his? Yeah, that's not going to work, but I thought it would be funny. Yeah, the vice grips. Oh, God, that'd be hilarious. It is making a connection. Epoxy onto a chopstick. I like that idea. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, does the the top pops off there. So I wonder if I could get a grip. We're gonna do something really jank. And the rest of the tools fall on the floor. I mean, it's kind of turning. 12 whole dollars? In this economy? Alright, Colin. But... oh, it's I can feel it turning, but it doesn't want to. Hold please. If I jam this thing in there. Yeah, $12 is to fix the horrible shed situation. All right, well, while you folks ponder about how stupid I am, I'm going to try this. No, that won't work. I'm pretty sure that adapter is upstairs. Why aren't there any grooves that this could fit into? That would be too useful. All right, I'm just going to look to see if that bag is up there. While I do that, you can look at the shelf and all the crap I have on it. Be right back. Like 2 minutes. All right, I found the one that worked last time, so we should be in good shape. Hopefully. Thank you for the link, though, Colin. I will totally grab that. All right, here we go. All right, we got it. And it was only about 3 or 4 minutes of flapping about, huh? Yeah, I'll lose it. That's why I buy 2 of them, Trina. Don't switch seats. Everybody change places. Come on. Sometimes the screws are annoying on these. get 5 of them. Oh, sweet. I'm clicking on that right now before I miss it. Oh, man. I could attach a drill to that. Add to cart. Oh, yeah. Screw is loose, all right. All right. Tip it back. 1 came out. Put that aside. And let's just... It wants to come out. Hey, Tunrick, thank you very much for the super chat. Eep! If you put a Macintosh to sleep, will that make it eepy? It probably. I mean, whenever I put my Mac to sleep, it spins down its hard drive. So, all right. Well, I did get the front to come out. Let's see, and it's not attached to the screw, so that's good. Before I do that, I do need to remove the plastic clip here, which I don't experience that often. A 10 back for $30. I'm running over something with my share. Bubble wrap or something. And there's this. I always forget how to remove these. Carefully, obviously. There we go. Well, one was already snapped off years ago, probably. I love the tape on the side here. Oh yeah, that's good. Do they have a pack of 100? Yeah, nice round number. Oh, I love it. You guys are a bad influence. Okay. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. And let's see how much crud is in here. Oh, actually, looks pretty good inside, all things considered. It smells horrible. Smells like a wet basement. I am not plugging this in. Holy crap, does that stink? Who wants to take your bets on the battery? All right. Oops, sorry. My YouTube chat seems to have frozen up. Restart. There we go. Rare beast, yes. 100 pack. Yes, it does have a network card. BNC connector. Full of toenail clippings and regret. Yeah, that sounds about my luck, huh? Yeah, let's see. So this network card is going to make it a bit of a pain in the butt to remove the main connector here, but what brand is this network card? Cabletron Systems Incorporated. Never heard of that one. If you plug it in and turn it on and get rid of all the dust immediately, you watch it all burn off. Yeah. Oh, this is all like, it wicked away all of the red and rubbery goop. Ugh. Yeah. Fun. And the power supply has some rust on it. There's a good bit of rust on it. All right, well, let's get into it here. See what happens. Ugh. You're going hamsies on that 100 pack? Yeah, let me lose about 70 of them first, Colin. Oh, boy. Don't make me laugh. I'm taking apart a computer. Man, that's a good deal. If any of you enjoy the insanity that is our daily lives of tinkering around with old computers, I strongly suggest you support myself on Patreon or YouTube membership, or my pal Colin here of This Does Not Compute on Patreon, because the conversation in the chat right now is very, very indicative of our podcast that we do. That's a supporter exclusive podcast. We've done 50 episodes already. I don't know how the heck we've done that. I'm sure half of them are at least audible and nice to listen to, rather. But if you do support myself or him, there is a extra bonus of that podcast. I know a few of you in the chat are fans of it. We enjoy doing it. We haven't done one in a few weeks because things have been a little crazy. I'm sure we'll pick up soon, but it's a lot of fun. So thank you, Colin, for putting up with my stupidity and insanity and having fun with that. And what the, like a big filter cap or something. Nanopoles. Is that like the what, a Moto Tectura or whatever the Apple font is? Oh, it's like a voltage thingy. Neat. So yeah, this is half of the networking card, which is neat. That is a good idea to sell them at VCF. So this is half of it. A cable goes in here, and the other half goes to the PDS card, which is here, which we will, I guess, see in a moment once we remove everything. Let me move these screws over here so we don't lose them. All right, and so this cable, yeah, is going. Sorry for the crotch, accidental crotch cam, everybody. Trying to get a good angle for this. You can kind of see it there. So, sorry, camera likes to loosen itself when I move it. So, it's a weird shadow. So we have a second floppy drive port there, but this cable here, that is from the network card, and that is going right next to that and under all of this metal here. So we're going to continue with this. Can you see a date on the chassis? Well, we're going to take this sucker apart, at least get the board out of here, and then you let me know if you want me to look if there's any dates stamped in the metal, you're saying? We'll find out. Now, there is a SCSI cable here. You want to be very careful when you're lifting up on this stuff, because you could easily hit this neck board, which is right here, and break your CRT. Now, this CRT has a lot of burn-in, so it's not the best, but still, you know, don't want to destroy it. Okay, and here comes the big clip, which is a pain in the butt. So I'm going to put one finger on the clip, and I'm going to wiggle it gently back and forth. I have better and crummier computers to add to ThinNet. I have AAUI adapters to ThinNet. Let's take this off. Just get me a little bit of wiggle room so I'm not going to smash into the back of this board. All right. Let's try this again. This one's really in there. So in situations like these, I get a hammer, and I'm going to take this little prior, and I'm just going to just sort of get it in that connector. No, that's not going to do it. I need a flathead screwdriver. So now the risk of me damaging things is higher because I have a metal tool at my disposal. Okay, that's sort of got one corner. Let's try the next. It also makes sure you could pull out the board just like a ½ inch or so, just to give it a little bit more of a wiggle room here. Hey Rudy, how's it going? Hit it with hammers.com. Where's Joe? He needs his hit it with the hammer. I think hit it with hammers.net. Gut Bomber Trina will put it in the chat. This is like the worst time I've had in a long time taking one of these suckers out. There we go. All right, so hopefully this will be useful for one of you folks in the future. Let me switch to the second camera. That way I don't have to take it off the thingamajig. Hold, please. Okay, so we're on second camera here. And you can see that what I did is I took a screwdriver here and I sort of attacked the wedge of it and I just pried it up just a little bit because the clip is right here and you only have this little metal bit to like shove your finger in there. It's really annoying. So now that that is popped open there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wiggle this back and forth and you see it just comes off. So there you go. So I'm going to switch back to the other camera now. All right. So that's out of the way. And we should be able to get our logic board out of here now. Move our floppy cable out of the way. Lean this back. Just going to sort of give it a wiggle. Now there is that board that's on here, so that's going to make this a bit of a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on its face. And we're going to try and visually demonstrate this here, but essentially these machines that have an upgrade board, it's where my finger is, so it's like right here. There's like another board sandwiched on top of this into the PDS slot. And so what that's going to do is it's going to make this sort of a pain in the butt to get this board out. And so you could kind of, if you could look down in here, make this a little bit easier for you to see. Sorry, folks. If you look down this way, you should be able to sort of see the clearance of that board. And I'm just going to wiggle it out. And just make sure we're not going to catch on anything, which we might. And I'm just trying to clear it. There. I'm just trying to clear it so I could swing this out. And so I've never taken apart one of these before. The metal here aligns with the board. Again, this camera, apologies folks, it is not the best. If anyone would like to buy me a nicer camera, I'm all ears. All right, so we have the metal here, and so since I slid this board up, you can see that the metal is right where the holes are, the cavities where the PCB does not mate with it. So now, if I wiggle this, the board just comes out on that side, and it's still sort of in on here, but I can sort of pull that to the side and pull it up. And don't forget you have your speaker plugged in here. All right, and now who wants to place a bet? 2 bets here. 1, is the battery exploded? And 2, is it a soldered on battery? Or is it an installed battery into a socket? We'll give you a moment to make your decision. Da, 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 da. It is MARCHintosh. Da, 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 MARCHintosh. All right, drum roll please. It is soldered on. It's a Varta battery, and I don't see a speck of leakage. And look at that Ethernet board. My goodness, this whole thing. And look at this PCB for the memory. One is blue, and the rest are green. What the hell? Way to go, Colin. And Garth, I saw you guess correctly, too. Is that a speaker? Oh, no, that's a little thingamajig. Weird. All right, we're going to take a look at this. Oh, that Varta's going to look nice on a necklace, I'll tell you that. It's almost a shame to clip it out, but it's probably dead. And I say probably. But we have our multimeter here. If any of you know how stupid, crazy I am, we test these sort of things here. So, higher or lower than a volt? That's what we're going to play. Higher or lower than a volt? I'm going to see the results. You won't in a second. But helps you have the multimeter probes in the right way. All right, so here's our positive. Here's our negative. Higher or lower than a volt? 12 volts. All right, higher or lower than half a volt? Higher or lower than half a volt? Put the screen here. And we're about to show you. Almost 0.6 volts. Almost 0.6 volts. That's almost higher than half a volt. How about that? Look at that. It's so stupid. But hey, this is the thing. All right, so we have our Ethernet board here, and I'm looking to see if there are any modifications done to this board. These filters look different than what I'm used to. Maybe it's just they're beige instead of black. It's losing power. I do have another board here. Yeah, those are just beige. Okay. I have another SE board in the pile there I was looking at, but Varda! Damn right. So we'll clip that sucker out. But this is very interesting that we have one blue module here. The rest are green. Let's see what brands these are. They're all different. What the hell? None of them are the same. So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Now the Ethernet board has these little clips, and then you can pull that out. So again, this is a Cabletron Systems Eco 3538, 1989. There's just a few bajas on there. Especially that chip right there. How dare you, Guppa? How dare you? Yeah, this is a weird one. So I'm sure this board works fine though. Yeah, the hard drive is likely stuck. So the next thing I'd like to do is take out the hard drive. I know the CRT is tired. I cannot express the mildew smell on this, which makes me very reluctant to turn on the power supply or the analog board without a 50-foot extension cable outside. So I do not think I'll be doing that, but I will be removing the hard drive. Wrong screwdriver. Wrong screwdriver. Oh boy. Right screwdriver. Hey, Keith. We just took apart this Macintosh SE for MARCHintosh. Yay. And I am curious to see if this hard drive has survived. Colin, if you smelled this power supply and how mildewy it is and how likely there is moisture inside of it, I don't think you would want to turn it on indoors either. Take it over to your neighbors to test. Yeah, that anode cap doesn't look good to me either. It looks very tired. Ugh. Yeah, unfortunately this case is very yellow too. I don't think the camera is showing it off correctly, but it's a very yellowed case. This came to me with two other systems that were Macintosh Plus systems. But this I was curious of because it has the drive and everything. So we have our Molex, which skirts around here. I have a driveway, yes, but oh, I know you would, Bruce, but you're not like me, who is very squeamish when it comes to things going pop or boom or kss. I had my share of that today already. We have a garage with a light that's on the ceiling, and the garage is very tall, taller than the house, because the house is up elevated a bit. And I went to turn on the garage light, and it's one of those LED things that has a few LEDs into a standard socket. And I turn it on, and I hear, and I go, okay, we're turning that off. So I think that's about enough rogue electricity I am going to voluntarily participate in for today. Now, who knows? The hard drive could also just like pop and explode. That's not. All right, so got that out of the way. Let's take you. Sudden crashes of thunder. Yes. If that happened to me, Dana, I would needed a change of. That smell means it works fine. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Also, I haven't taken apart many Mac SEs to this level before, but there's like a plastic or a metal plate or something, maybe like just like PCB material, but it's like glued in to the back of the little piece of plastic that shines the LED through for the hard drive activity light. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's neat. Someone was asking about a chassis number. I don't see necessarily any dates. I think this is the older style, if memory serves, because there's not the this is definitely from the SE, not the SC30 obviously, but let's see the picture tube. Do we have a date on there? I can't read that. CE792M9H1 8GHZYB. It's a Clinton Taiwan Corporation. Okay, so that's that. It has this type of fan, not the squirrel cage, but a regular fan. It stinks, man. I mean, it just smells like basement, but it also, I wouldn't be surprised if moisture got into this at one point, because that's really what I'm smelling here. It's a boring fan. All right, so let's put this to the side. Let's take a look at this hard drive. Let's see what type of hard drive this is. No, the neck board will stay off to make it suffer. Keith, you have to come over one of these days, or we'll just do it remotely via podcast or something. I know we've talked about this for ages, but that would be fun to discuss. About your time at Mac Warehouse, because I know you've got some stories. All right. So I know some people looking at this drive right now will know exactly what model it is. But for those of you who don't, I'm going to undo these screws. You got to call him. Yeah, there's some serious dust bunnies in this floppy drive, so we'll see. Oh. I will tell you that the most success I've had with hardware data recovery has been with old SCSI drives that are not mine, meaning the data on them is not precious to me, and so on. When that's the case, my success rate is really poor. When it's not mine, we usually have good chances. All right. It is a mini scribe from September 23rd, 1988. I was exactly, that's my birth date, 23rd of September. Just doxed myself, but I don't care. Now you know when to send birthday printers to me. Let's take the LED out of here. Come on. A little bit easier to just remove it from here. Yeah, we'll just remove you from there. Do not rotate, interrupter. There we go. Mini scribe. Quality. There is a bolt or whatever right here. So that, sadly, that sticker has to be removed partially to get to that. This is a dusty boy. Let's look at the back here. Oh, focus, you stupid camera. So we have an Apple 20 megabyte model 8425S or 5A. There you go. If it doesn't spin up, hit it with a hammer. Dana. Dana, if I get a pallet of printers on my birthday, I know who it came from. So yeah, this is a mini scribe 8425SA 12 VDC, 5 VDC, That's with 9 amps for each of them. And there's a serial number, so in the future when I trip over this in the basement, I'll remember to know where the drive came from. They do make it look tempting. We're going to do that anyway. Oh my god, the amount of dust in this thing, Colin. Oh boy. We're moving that over to the side where I don't have to breathe it in constantly. Oh gosh. Yeah, so these are neat because they have the Molex over here. Who wants to try an image of the hard drive? Oh, that would be fun. Except the computer's over there. And I would have to bring my laptop down. The dust actually, this cable goes up there. No, that's too far away. I would say I'll do a screen share thing. Because usually the thing with these old hard drives is you usually get like one or two more chances to spin the sucker up before it's dead. So yeah. Oh. Ugh. More dust. Keep spreading around the dust, Steven. What do you think is going to happen? So I could do the Blue SCSI initiator mode. It's less exciting, but I could do that. So let me go grab those pieces. They're right over there because I did this fairly recently. And I'll bring all those pieces back and we can take a look and see if this hard drive wants to boot up. So give me one moment here. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Just going to grab my Blue SCSI with the initiator mode stuff, an external power cable thingamajig, and we'll come right back here. So be right back in just like a minute or so. There's going to be some hold music. Sometimes it's louder than me. So if you have headphones, just be aware of that. In 3, 2, 1. I'm back. All right. So, oh, that's it's a SideQuest drive in there. Ignore the SideQuest drive. Also, anyone else like jazz? I'm a big jazz fan myself. All right, so we have this big old SideQuest drive. This is a Club Mac case that was originally for a CD-ROM drive. And I took the IDE to Firewire adapter out of it because it only works on CD-ROM drives. Does not work on hard drives or anything else. So it's totally like half as useful as it could be. But I was recently recovering some data from SideQuest disks, which I'll have an upcoming video about, which was very exciting. And so I wanted to test another one of my drives. There we go. Oh. So put that to the side. So the reason we need this is we need to power up that hard drive, and this has a nice power on button in the front. We could do that relatively safely. And this also allows us to put the hard drive someplace. So we'll do that. Now this is always annoying. The mini scribes have their power, the little Molex connector, not little, but the Molex connectors on the side of this. This board is quite thin, and usually these things like to stick. So, you know, I always feel like I'm going to break the board here. But if you're just gentle and just rock it back and forth gently. There we go. This smells like mildew too, but not as bad. So we're going to plug our power cable into here. Put that upside down so none of the electronics are touching anything. Now here's our Blue SCSI. This is a Blue SCSI V2. This is, what revision is this? So 2023.10a. The Blue SCSI is an amazing product. I did a video about these. I always talk about these in my video. Go to bluescsi.com for more information about it. This has a unique feature, which is really cool, called Initiator Mode. And basically what you do is you configure this via the little jumpers, and you have to put an SD card in, which we'll do in a sec, to configure it properly. And then basically when this turns on, it will talk to the hard drive. And once it reads the hard drive and determines, hey, your hard drive, all right, let's get the data off of you, it will dump the entire contents of that drive to a disk image on here, which is really cool. So you don't need a computer to read a SCSI hard drive. You just need a Blue SCSI, which is really neat. So let me go grab an SD card. I think I had one right over there. I mean, well, we'll see. We'll see if it's the right one or not. I have a little baggie of SD cards. Oh, of course, where'd the micro SD card reader go? Darn it. Hold, please. Okay, here it is. Whew. I thought I lost it. All right. So we're going to plug this SD card reader in. We're just going to configure this card to make sure we're all good. Oh, whoops. Of course, I'm dropping things as I'm supposed to be reading super chats. Lousy gravity. Enrito Washinda. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much for the very generous super chat. Thanks for all the videos and knowledge shared. I've been able to recover and repair my Macintosh SE 30 and Power Macintosh 7600 thanks to watching your streams and videos. Well, that is freaking awesome. There's tons of other amazing creators too. I wouldn't be where I am today without bugging the heck out of them and getting some of their knowledge. Bruce, Colin, many other people in the chat. So thank you. That's very kind of you, and I will put that money towards getting more SD cards probably. No, I'll put it towards getting those Torx screwdrivers. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. All right, so out of these cards, let's see which one we previously used for our Blue SCSI Initiator Mode. Actually, you know what'll be cool? I'm going to buy a label maker so I could label my dang SD cards. Because I have a label maker, but it's like a big one. It doesn't print on little text things. And here's the... We guessed the right one. First one. As soon as we said that. Who needs a label maker when you got this sort of luck? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just open up the Blue SCSI INI file. Make sure that's the right one. Yes, it is. And I'm going to name this BS copy. We'll just name it Initiator. There we go. So that is our proper SD card. We're going to eject that. Yes, there's a box for a key lime iBook. That's my favorite color of the iBook. You can only get the key lime one, if I'm not mistaken, from custom ordering it from the Apple Store back in the day. All right, now what's really cool about this too is you could actually plug in to the port on the Blue SCSI, the USB port on the Pico, and using a terminal program like CoolTerm, you can actually read the information. Actually, I'm sorry, see the information. My brain is going faster than my mouth today. You could see the information of what the Blue SCSI is doing while it's dumping the data. So we're going to set this up so you could see what I'm seeing and all that fun stuff. And that, I think, will be a good demonstration of this. I've been wanting to do a video about this. But you could also read it. I've been wanting to do a video about this. So this will serve for that until I'm done with that. Let's get some windows out of the way here. Okay. And this cable, it's a very long cable. That's close enough. Oop, dropping things on the floor already. Like SCSI cables. Too many SCSI cables. Yeah, the top of the line Lime ones were 466 megahertz DVD-ROM drive, airport, and all that stuff. I believe the tier lower than that were 366 because they did sell them, I think, as a lower end at one point in time, again as an option. I feel like we're gonna have to lubricate the hard drive, and my 3-in-1 oil is around here somewhere. I just saw it. Even though it says not to do it, you have to do it sometimes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that over there. There's some crud here on the desk, which I'll show you in a moment. So I'm just putting my blue SCSI on top of a little padded envelope here because I don't want any of the little metal shards or anything that have been here, sitting here, to short anything out. We're also going to grab a power cable, which should be around here somewhere. There's one. Let me go grab that. Steal it from our dead laser printer. It's not going to need it right now. And let's plug that in to the same strip that our computer's plugged into. So therefore, if we pop a breaker, the whole stream's going down. All right. I'm sure the next versions of the Neo will have more RAM and stuff like that. They'll bring down the cost when all this stupid RAM price craziness goes bye-bye. Move my phone out of the way. Okay, so let's adjust ourselves for whatever the hell this will be. So we're going to use our blue SCSI, and this is going to be in initiator mode, and this is going to be able to get a rip or a dump of the data from this hard drive to the SD card. Now, it's very important to note, go to bluescsi.com, read all the documentation regarding initiator mode before you watch this video. There are some variations of the board where the jumpers that you have to select are slightly different. So from here, I'm moving this from target to initiator mode. My termination is on, my power is on. There's also another jumper here that I have to put a thing on for initiator mode, which is missing. So let me go grab that from the desk over here. So there we go. We're just putting that initiator mode jumper on. So just to give you an understanding, these will differ based on the hardware number, which is here, of your blue SCSI unit. But there you go. As far as power is concerned, this will get power via USB, and it should also get power from the hard drive. So we don't necessarily have to worry about powering this up individually. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first just plug this in with the USB micro to my computer. This is optional, but I'm doing this so I could watch in the terminal program and get that all set up. So when it starts doing stuff, we could actually record that. So let me just bring over that window here. Let's open up our program. Okay, and let's make that visible. Let's scale that down and make that I'll put it in the corner somewhere. It's a little too big. Whatever. It's close enough, maybe? Hold, please. Let me just adjust that here. Let's put it in the bottom right. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, we need a microphone on that drive. My wireless microphone is not charged, unfortunately, Bruce, but we will do some ASMRing of this drive at your request. Okay, so the blue SCSI is connected. Now, the thing is, on some firmware models of the blue SCSI, by default, your, or depending on your I&I configuration, the SD card may mount to the computer. We don't have that problem right now because we don't have any drives or anything like that. But there you go. Garth has a video for the mini scribe fans. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. Sorry. So now what we have to do is we have to plug in our hard drive and try and power it on. And hopefully no capacitors go up in smoke. So what I'm going to do is actually grab the... This is a terrible tutorial. Where'd that floppy drive go? There it is. I wanted to use this this LED. There we go. I'm going to plug this back in so we can actually see the activity of the light of the hard drive. I'm sure we'll hear it though. Oh, the LED is plugged in backwards because I'm an idiot. This is why I like making pre-recorded videos, because I can edit out me being dumb. There we go. My goodness. Hey, Mr. Macintosh, how's it going? All right. Let's recap here. Let's start a new chapter, huh? Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84, and today, oops, the window's open. Hi, we're going to be looking at the Blue SCSI and how to use it in initiator mode to dump data from a hard drive. So here we have our Blue SCSI version 2. This is a 2023.10a model. Before you do any of this, go to the bluescsi.com website, review all the documentation regarding initiator mode. You have to make sure that you have the proper jumpers set on your Blue SCSI. You also need to make sure your SD card is configured correctly. We are using an optional USB cable to get a terminal readout of the information from the Blue SCSI as it tries to read the hard drive. We have a SCSI cable going to our hard drive, and we have a power cable going to this drive, which is in this case, which will be just turning it on and off. So again, the USB cable is optional, but we're just doing it in this fashion here. And I'm going to show a little terminal program here. And this should show stuff as it happens with the Blue SCSI. So what we're going to do is plug our power into the hard drive. All right, and we're going to turn this on. Hopefully it turns on without incident. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. You hear that? Oh, we forgot to connect in the terminal. Oh. Starting to copy drive. I think the motor might, the little seeker thing might need some adjusting. I think it's a bit sad. Yeah, it's not spinning at all. The thingy, you know, the technical term. It's working, just let it run. All right, we'll see. There it goes. I saw it move now. Failed to transfer one sector. Okay. Oh, the noise canceling. What? We don't need no stinking noise canceling. Hold, please. All right, folks. There it is. It's so loud. It's like it's a speaker. We'll turn the noise canceling back on. Okay, so I think it's not happy. Right, Garth? It's perfect. No, I don't think this is a good sound. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to turn this off for a second. That is not what a mini scribe hard drive should sound like. That's not. If all was going well, sure. Because it was actually trying to dump the data, which is great. If you had a healthy hard drive, you would have had a dump of the data. The Blue SCSI would have told you it was done, and you would have been fine. It kind of spun up. So what we're gonna do? All of mine. Mine never makes the beep noise. It's loud, but it doesn't do that. So what I would like to do is this little mechanism here, this spins. I think that is very gunked up. It's not spinning as freely as it should. Yeah, that is not movable. So we have to oil the stepper motor there a bit. Exactly, Garth. And hopefully that will be happier. So just going to move this out of the way. And I think the 3-in-1 oil is, let's see where we puts it. Here it is. It says do not turn. Well, we're doing it anyway. Never stopped me before. Let's turn into a mini scribe video. Yay. That's making us type in caps. Why are you people shouting? All right. So we're just going to put a drop in there. There we go. So we put one drop in there. What I'm going to do is find where I put my pliers. There they are. Yeah. So do not rotate interrupter. Well, we're going to do it. So I'm going to take this and I'm just gently going clockwise until it stops. You can use your finger once you have good grip on it. We're just going to keep going until it stops. I can already feel it loosening up a little bit. Oh, I avoided the warranty. Oh no, the dead computer is more dead. And I'm going to go the opposite way. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about pliers. I think we're fine. I think we're totally fine. There we go. We're going to go back the other way. This thing probably has not been used in at least 30 or so years. Do not interrupt the interrupter. Oh, that's actually feeling a bit better. It's still, yeah, it's still a bit crunchy. Crunch. I need to get a shirt made that says do not rotate the interrupter. And then there's an arrow pointing to your nipples, so people can give you purple nipples. That'll be funny. All right. This is feeling a little bit better. I'm going to add another drop more of oil. It's very thirsty after all these years. Give it an ultrasonic. All right, there we go. I can feel it loosening up a little bit now. Because you have to remember the motor of the system, the little drive here, is trying to do the work for what you're actually doing right now. So if that's not lubricated, it can get gummed up very easily and could not move freely. Now, for all we know, the disk is already crashed or whatever. This is what, from 88, did it say? 88. Yeah, so this thing is over 35 years old. Ah, that sucks, Jack. Well, you tried. You tried. All right, so I think we're good. I forget which way is like completely backed out, but I guess it'll correct itself when we shove some voltage through it, and either it'll work or it won't. Such a scientific method we have here at Mac 84. Hey, just shove some kilowatts through it. Be fine. All right, now let's. Can I like move this little LED so it stays there? Doesn't want to stay there. Well, we have some tape. We have ways of making you. We have ways of making you stay there. Again, my brain and mouth are out of sync. Apologies for the following stupidity. There we go. So if that light's a blinking, it's a doing something. 50% chance of success. Oh, come on. I'd say slightly higher than that. Probably not. All right, so let's plug our blue SCSI back in. Okay. All right, so our terminal program is back online. Let's share that window. Oh, and it got smaller. Hold on. Let's adjust this. So at least if you're like in super 4K resolution, you might be able to see this. Hold, please. Come on. Come on, OBS. Just do what I want you to do. That's close enough. All right, so we're going to push on power, see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Let's turn off the noise canceling. This is a headphone warning, guys. If you have headphones, you might want to take them off. I am turning off the noise cancellation so you can hear this thing in all of its glory. 3, 2, 1. Much better. Much better. So it's scanning the SCSI IDs. There we go. It found the drive. 20 megabytes. There it goes. It's doing stuff. Sector 50 out of 41,000. Oh boy. Yeah. It's trying. Let's bother some of the blue SCSI team to get more than 5 retries. There is, I believe, a alternative firmware that is in the works that I was told about fairly recently. So yeah, we're just letting it go. It's, you know, this is content, folks. Let's move this over. Sorry, I didn't know you can't see the whole thing. Well, I did, but I'm an idiot. Medium error. Gee, I wonder what that means. It's only a 35-plus-year-old hard drive. What could be the problem? Nope. It means the error isn't small or large. Bruce and Colin. My goodness. Whee! Oh, we're going good there for a second. Whee! Oh. This might take a while, folks. Should I start disassembling the printer? Good thing this is only 20 megabytes. 1%. Yay! A medium error is an error without initiative. Yeah, I says you got some mediums error in that transmission. Just hit it with a hammer for a while, so it'll go ways. 2%. Do you think we should add more oil? I mean, it seems to be sounding much better now. So I don't know if... I mean, it's reading successfully, but there are bad sectors. I don't think the oil's going to help that. As I say that when it can't read a sector. More cowbell. I pluralize the words I needs because I needs the words to goes more than the ones. The freezer trick. No. You need to immerse the disc in oil while reading it. 4%. Oh, wow, we had a good streak going there for a second. If we were doing that, Jack, there would be a hole through the hard drive at this point. I'm going to take a picture of this, though. Now it's a YouTube short, which I'll forget to post. Ooh, 6%. Yes, this is very helpful. The serial output is very helpful. Yo, put some Windex on the platters. Tried to read 18 bytes, got 12. I mean, that's close enough, right? Oh my god, are we getting to double digits here? Oh my gosh, 10 whole %. Medium error is when it's talking to the spirit of the already dead drive, but it can't get through. Oh, noises. Dana, don't jinx it. Norton Disc Doctor will fill in the gaps, right? Right? This is very exciting. Who needs a sports ball when you got this? Old hard drive doing a questionable thing. Trying to get the better view where the... There you go. You see the light a little bit better. ChatGPT explodes. When you hear the platters accelerating, that's speed disk kicking in. Hold up, speed disk just kicked in. Yeah, ChatGPT will hallucinate. It'll give you some like beta crap that doesn't exist. Oh yeah, this is a rare system 7.7. It's got all the extra stuffs. Here's more datas. Yeah. Well, we'll see how the first run goes, Garth. All of this for 20 whole megabytes. Wouldn't it be funny if the disk was empty? And I thought to myself, Steven, you can't just do one stream with one hard drive. That would be boring. But look at it go. Whee! 15%. So Joe, and anybody else who just joined this stream, you may ask, what the hell are we doing here? Well, we are using a Blue SCSI, which is over here, and we have connected it to this Mini Scribe 20 megabyte hard drive from 1988, which came out of a Macintosh SE, and that's that's what we're trying to recover right now. Yeah, I did. I did see that they were having an event. Are they live streaming it today? Or is that tomorrow? I saw the Computer History Museum was doing something for Apple's 50th. Let's see. I'll go to their page. Oh, scheduled for when? In 117 minutes. Well, I guess we'll have to be done by then. I'm glad they're streaming it because I did. I support them. You know, I give them a little bit of money every year, and so I'm technically a member of them. And I got an email a while back saying, "Hey, you know, you get your tickets for this and blah blah. It's gonna be a cool thing." And I'm like, "Well, that's great, but I can't. I can't go all the way across the country just for that. Although I would love to. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 20%. Dana, don't jinx us now." Yeah, I would love to watch. So I don't think I'll be here in 2 hours anyway. I would have either been crying by the printer or the hard drive would explode in my face. I don't even know how many people are watching because I closed the YouTube window to pay attention to the hard drive here. We have 66 people. My goodness. Hello and thank you to every single one of you who is watching whatever the heck is going on here. Hard drive action, 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 action. 20%. There we go. Wouldn't it be funny if there was like one little bit of dust on here? And that's why it kept doing this? Yes, hit the like button, please. I'm trying to think if I have any other questionable hard drives. I think I've imaged all of the questionable hard drives that I've come across so far, because usually that's what I do. Although I do have some laptop ones, but then I would need the adapter. Button that hit like. Sorry if this is like watching paint dry, but oh wow! So the people that will be at that Computer History Museum live stream. I think David Pogue is the one who's moderating the panel. John Scully, Chris Espinoza, John Rubenstein, and Avi Tevrian. Tevanian? I cannot pronounce that. And I cannot read anything anyway. No, the zombie of Steve Jobs is contained just in the hard drive. At least we got the little light there. Whee! It's like, help me, please. Please, help. I wonder how much the squealing at the start was hurting the drive or not. Yeah, so we put some oil in it and moved that stepper motor around, and it is steppering and motoring. Now we're getting a ton of read errors here, but we're at 24% of this huge 20 megabyte hard drive. And it's trying its best. I've got a 700 megabyte SCSI drive for my SE30. Should I replace it with a blue SCSI and give away the old hard drive? Well, Joe, it entirely depends on what you want to do with the machine. If I were you, I would use a blue SCSI for any of my vintage machines I don't want to worry about. Meaning, I want to go, sit down, turn on the computer once in a while, play around with it, turn it off, not really worry about the thing. Have the opportunity to pull the SD card out, easily back up the SD card in like a matter of minutes, and be done with it. However, if you're turning the machine on occasionally, you're not storing any data on there, you don't care about it, and it's working fine, yeah, you can leave it in there, but just know one day it's just going to stop working. And that's why I just prefer to remove them, because in instances like that, I'm always worried that I'm going to lose data or anything, you know, so. And yes, Garth has a great suggestion. You could just use an external blue SCSI and just plug it into the back. You're not going to notice any speed loss or anything like that. And you'll be able to have the best of both worlds and back up that 700 meg drive. Where's the adventure in that? Says Mr. Macintosh. 25%. It's very interesting that it's sort of like a pattern here we're seeing, where there's a lot of bad sectors, then it's okay for a little bit, then there's a lot of good sectors, you know, and so on. What's interesting is like it's retrying, so it's just usually like one sector that's bad, but yeah, who knows? Who knows how bad this will end up being? I didn't think this would take that long, but there's a ton of bad sectors, so that's why. We collaborate in podcast form on a fairly recent, frequent basis, Brian. But that would be funny if fun if Colin and I did something together. Even if it's just yelling at old hard drives with hammers. The thing is, we don't live close to each other. And I'm very bad at coordinating. Work gets in the way, and life does, but if the opportunity presents itself, that'll be fun. I blame Dave. Oh yeah, the Blue SCSI is great for the Mac Portable. You could also use an external one on the Mac Portable. You just have to provide your own termination power. But yeah, if you want an all-in-one solution, it's great to have all that just in one thing. Mr. Macintosh, have you seen the thread on Tinker Different about the Apple Network server ROMs? Because I think somebody found the Mac OS ROM, or I think there was even a ROM that could have it boot to PowerPC versions of Windows. So check that out. Ooh, we're almost at 30%. Oh, it's stalled right now. Ah, damn. Well, if there's anything that I am sure of, it is that we have a ton of very smart and talented and amazing and kind and thoughtful folks in the vintage Macintosh community. So I know that if anybody can make it happen, we can. Oh, I hear you, Tiff Rudin. I have 2 sad Macintosh portables I've not touched in years. I would love to get back to it. Come on, 30%. Oh, almost there. Oh, come on. Yay! Yeah, I guess so. But I like looking at it. All right. So I need to get a mallet for this printer, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm sure that stuff is not going to be easy to do, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to open up a different window because I have a service manual here for the printer, and I'm going to try and at least open it up. So what happens with the LaserWriter Pro right now, and thank you, Colin, for directing me, because I would have just sat here and looked at the pretty blinking light. I have a LaserWriter Pro 630. What it does now is it turns on, we get some error lights when we go into diagnostic mode. And when you do that, it tells me that the main motor has an error. Now, it could be just seized up, just like our little friend here. I don't know. But to get to it, we have to open up the rear panel, the I/O shield, and remove the power supply. So not exactly a 1, 2, 3 type thing. And I've never opened up this printer before, but I'm going to give it my go. Give it my go. I have Joe brain. Me and Joe share like the same brain cell sometimes, and just like makes our brains not work good. So let's take apart this thing. We have to do the rear panel first. All right. So I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to leave the little thingamajig up here. The little monitor. Let me make it a bit smaller, just so we can see the status of it. There we go. And I'm going to move the camera. Whoopsies. Wrong way. Like this. And you can see all my lovely Power Macs there, which were doing all they were doing all their best on the testing of the Pico IDE, which is a great product. I just did a video about that. And I expect more of those machines to work better and flawlessly in the future. No pressure, Ian. Now, the Pico IDE is a great device. It works on a lot of the Macs I tested on. Check out the video for more information on that. 35%! My goodness. All right. So, let's follow the service manual, which you can't see, but rear panel, no preliminary steps. Open the toner access cover and remove the cover liner screw. Okay. Is that here? Yeah, there we go. And there's the screw. That does not fit. Try this. That does not fit either. Good thing we have plenty of screwdrivers. Okay. Grip the upper corner with the rear panel, shown with your left hand. Oh yeah, you sort of move this whole panel. Which way? Okay, so grab this one. Really? That's how you do it? Alright, well, we'll see. Oh, I'm not? What'd I do? Eric, what did I do wrong? I'm so sorry, Eric. It is a sad hard drive. It is a 20 megabyte mini scribe. I mean, it's almost at 40%. It's kicking along. We'll do it again with more things later, I guess, if we want. But I think it's working well. I did a little tutorial of how to do the blue scuzzy thingamajig, the little dance. Garth said it. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, so to open the toner access door, remove the screw. Grip the upper corner of the rear panel with your left hand, as shown. Okay. And then place your right fingertips on the I/O panel near the panel and swing the panel outward. Okay. So it should just be loose. I think there's a button or a switch or something. Garth made me sad. I didn't do nothing, Garth. I swears it. Oh, the plastics are good on this thing. I don't want to destroy it. Don't forget to swing it. Yeah, the stupid printer. What's going to happen first? Me successfully opening this or the hard drive imaging correctly? So it looks like this is supposed to... Wait, hold on. Fingertips on the I/O panel and to the rear panel and swing it outwards. It must be a clip or something, no? Yeah, it feels like there's like a clip. Well, it's definitely not just swinging open here. Come on. Swing, damn it! Swing! I'm gonna see if I could take a look at how this is actually done. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a little catch on there. They don't tell you that. That's stupid. So this... Well, I got it unhooked from that thing. The Daystar Digital is sitting right there, and it's having a grand old time because it's not next to the printer anymore. I do have to do a video about that thing. I was in the process of doing stupid things with it, but I got distracted, as what usually happens around here. Oh, there's like clips. All right. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't think there's a lock in this corner. No, it's different in this corner, because this says there are hooks on this side. And I saw the service manual video where they're like, oh, you have to move it like half an inch or whatever. I think that's easier said than done. But we're going to try. I'm just wiggling it a bit because this has been sitting in the same spot for years. There we go. There we go. See? That was easy. Alright, so now we removed the rear panel. Next up is to remove the I/O shield. Let's find in the service manual where that is. Okay. Before you begin, remove the rear panel. We did. Remove 6 screws. Oh, jeez. We're going to lose some of these, I'm sure. Ooh, 46%. Where else can you find hot LaserWriter action? and a noisy old hard drive. Why, Mac 84, of course. So 6 screws. We got 4 so far. $47%. Put these up here. 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Okay. You hear the hot laser right there. Oh boy. 48%, 49%. Sorry, I'm invested in this too. Come on, baby. Turnover 50. Yay! You're following at home with the exploder view. Excellent. All right, so we have to remove this first. Removed. There. All right, and this comes off. Swing the I/O shield downward as far as it will go and disconnect the engine interface cable from the I/O board. Okay. Do we have to recap our LaserWriter? I hope not. How the heck do you undo this? There we go. 220 microfarad at 16 volts, 47 16s, 47 16s, 47 16s. Oh, oh, oh no, oh no. We do have to recap this thing. Oh no, this poor little guy. That capacitor was naughty. Look what it did. What the hell, man? Oh yeah, this poor thing. And I was turning it on and off. I'm like, it's fine. Oh, you poor little guy. Oh man. Oh, that sucks. Because that's the Ethernet controller. Oh no. This little guy over here. You can't see it. This little guy. Oh. Oh man. Well, might as well look at what else we can see here. That's disappointing. Yeah, put the whole thing in the dishwasher. I mean, this board looks okay. It does power on and make happier noises. I think the motor's right there. So I'd have to remove this power supply to get to it. At least let's keep digging, I suppose. We have a nice expansion card slot. There's only one cap that I cannot identify, and it looks okay. But we have a good pal over here, Bruce at Branca's Creation, so I always bother about capacitors. And he's my best friend, so he usually tolerates my stupidity. Bruce, what is this cap here? It looks like it says, at the top, 80, then under it, 220, and then 16. Would that be a 220 microfarad 16 volt capacitor? The one right where my finger is up here. The toner cartridge has to be recapped. I do not have a replacement board for this particular model, unfortunately, or I would just skip recapping it. But this look, if I were to guess, I don't know, 220 sounds high for this. Maybe it's an 80 microfarad, or 220 is probably what it is, though. So it's 220, 16, and then we have an axial capacitor that looks fine. And that I cannot read, because the numbers are on the board. That is a 1000 microfarad 16 volt, which I do have plenty of. And the rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are 47 microfarad 16 volt. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is some of the worst cap leakage I've seen in a while, because this cap is actually dripping down. You can see the discoloration on the module here, on the SIM slot. Oh man. Joe, we're doing things and discovering horrible thing. I guess we're recapping a printer today. All right, so let's move that to the side. Poor little guy. I'm so sorry. Hey, we're at 55%. So now we have to take apart the power supply. So let's go find that in our service manual here on our LaserWriter Pro 630. Let's see. I/O board, we did that. Fuser cable, blah, 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 blah. Let's hope we never have to touch any of that crap. Power supply, here we go. Alright. Note, 3 screws secure the power supply to the chassis. 1 on the left side of the printer beneath the power inlet panel, and 2 on the rear side. Okay. I would have never have guessed those caps were that nasty inside of there. You poor little thing. Oh, we need the rear panel? Okay. I thought we just did the rear panel. This is the side panel. Okay, so I need to remove the rear panel. Scroll up, top cover, rear panel. Okay. Oh, this is technically considered the rear panel. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Go back down. Sorry, this manual is very laid out in a weird way. 59%. Keep on clicking around. Clicking along. I swear, my brain is like not working today. I apologize for not braining good. As if I'm braining good on any other days. Anywho. Page 100. Yeah, they really like their 1647s. 220 reads like the resistor making 220 multiplier. Alright, so 220 16, sure. We'll take a look at the board under the microscope in a bit. Let's remove the screws from this power supply. So it shows that there are two on the rear side, here and here. That doesn't look like it's connected to anything. Oh, I see, right here. This is less screws than I thought it would be to get into this sucker. I'm jinxing myself. Hey, 60%. What's the date on this? On what? The printer? Or the hard drive? Hard drive is 88. There we go. We can take a look at the caps in the power supply too. Oh boy. It's a Sony power supply. RG5-0655 and then 01. Made in Japan. Alright. Of course it's an Apple printer. This is a LaserWriter Pro. How the hell do you remove this? Alright. Location of behind the power supply. Blah, blah. There's a receptacle on the right rear face of the power supply. The receptacle mates with the high voltage connector on the block. May cause slight resistance when you are pulling the power supply out. Remove J103 and J104 and pull out the power supply. Okay. Here's J105. Is this all on the same? Yeah, that's all on the same thing. Okay. So let's move this cable out of the way. There's J104. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's, there we go. You sort of have to wiggle it and then pull it towards you. There's no good leverage to get on this thing, unfortunately. Oh, come on. Oh, boy. Ooh, 64%. Oh, this piece just comes off here. Okay, just put it over there. Where's my pry tool? Oh boy, that's not happy. Yeah, when they say you may meet some resistance, they ain't kidding. Oh, this is the J103 connector. I guess I'll remove that. Oh, this piece comes off easily. Crack, snap. All right, now that there's nothing else plugged into this sucker. Excuse me. Let's see if what the hell? Hey, I'm spinning the motor. And it's lopsided, so that probably explains that. What the hell? Why won't you come? Is there another screw here? Is there a screw that they didn't tell me about? I swear, if I undo this screw and the power supply comes out, I'm going to be a bit upset. Yep, that was it. Did I read the manual wrong? I thought it said 3 screws. Let's scroll up. Yes, it says 3 screws. What the hell, Apple? What the hell? There are 4 screws. All right. Here's our power supply. Look at that chunky sucker. So that's where it was mated with here. We can just plug one of those figure 8 connectors in there, right? Oh, wow, 73. Look at it go. All right. So here's our motor, which is actually spinning stuff. But it has some caps on the board. But also that logic board is sad. So there are 4 screws. Exactly. So I'm going to just take out this little ribbon cable here. And it looks like this is held in by a few things. The main motor is mounted next to the DC controller board. The main motor powers the drivetrain from the toner cartridge. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Remove the 4 brass colored screws and disconnect the cable. All right. We'll put some oil in this motor too, and then we'll be great. The logic board will still be hosed, but you know. At least I didn't see any burn marks on the logic board. '83. Come on, baby. 84. Yay. Da, 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 da. Oh, look at this motor. It's interesting. It has a big screw on one end. Whee! That's spinning fine. Let's see. Oh, we have some caps here. And... yeah. That would explain why the motor's not working. Focus, you bastard of a camera. We have some slight corrosion going on here. You can sort of see it. Those white spots there are not supposed to be white. And under those caps... ugh. Jeez. What values are these? 50 volt 22... 50 volt 0.47 and 50 volt 2.3. I have no idea if I have those. Now what the hell is this component? With the little thingy that's sort of... we'll get a close-up of this. Hold on. What the hell? This little thing with its tail tucked down. I don't know what the hell's going on. But, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We need to remove those. At least there's only 3 of them. But that's going to be a mess. Whee! Look at it spin! Whee! A doohickey. Ah, okay. 91%! My goodness. Keep on going. Keep on spinning. Yeah, I'd say the motor's fine, but the controller board is a bit effed. We'll see if I have the parts to fix that. I do have some random capacitors that might be able to work. We will check as soon as this drive is done imaging. We're switching over to this. We're zooming into that. Thank you, Colin, for giving me the nudge to multitask. I forget I could do that sometimes. 95! $97. Will it give us a report of how many bad sectors there were at the end of it? I'd be curious. $98. Garfield. I bet you that SideQuest disc had a lot of stuff on it, and unfortunately, I don't think that disc is going to be working anytime soon. Yeah, we'll take a look at that under the microscope with better lighting. We'll see what those components are. I also saw a new in-box one on eBay, the motor, for like $30 or so. Bad sector count vary, yes. Yeah, the version number of Word is in one of the bad blocks. We'll never know. 99. After it does this, it should spin down the drive automatically. There we go. 398 bad sectors. 398 bad sectors. My goodness. You poor little thing. Alright, we're going to turn this poor hard drive off. Give it a good break. We're going to eject the blue SCSI SD card. Let me hide this window here so you can see what the heck I'm doing. I am going to plug this into my SD card reader, which is over here, and I unplugged it for the terminal thing. And I'm going to make a copy of this image before we do anything to it. And that is on our thingamajig, and we have a 21 megabyte document. So let's make a folder here. Let's move some of the tools I have on my desk so I don't stab myself, because that's not fun. And let's make a folder. Whoopsies. There we go. Blue SCSI recovery. Let's open that up, and we'll copy in our whole 20 megabyte image. I'm going to make an archive of that and compress it. All right. While I do this, because I have to open up an emulator and stuff like that, MacBook Neo. Someone wanted my opinion. Brian wanted my opinion on the MacBook Neo. I think it's fine. I think it's a fine product. $599 for a MacBook. Yeah, it only has 8 gigs of RAM. I think as the RAM prices sink down a little bit, when they have a second revision, they will bump that up, and it'll be even a more capable computer. My wife has a 2017 MacBook Air. It's running an older OS. It only has 8 gigs of RAM. She's still using it as a daily machine. I think this Neo will work fine for the majority of people who just need a reliable laptop to use the internet, check email, do some light productivity tasks, and multimedia tasks, rather, because that thing is going to be fine. I think it's fine. We've had Mac Minis that were around the same speed for the M1. I think this one will be fine. Hey, Veronica, how's it going? You just missed the ASMR mini scribe hard drive of a lifetime, because this sucker was singing the song of its people to us. And because you are an amazing person, I think you need to hear this. So I'm going to turn off the noise suppression again, and we're going to spin this up, and we're going to move the microphone closer to it, because you and other people need to hear how amazing this hard drive sounds. Oh yeah. That was the mini scribe hard drive. All right, so what was I doing here? Okay, so Yeah, it sounds much healthier now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a emulator. So let's make a copy of this and just name it Miniscribe 20 megabyte. And I'm going to open up Infinite Mac here, and I'm going to share my screen, and we'll see if you can read anything from this. Might not be able to, but we will see. Hey, Ron! How's it going, Ron? My good pal, Ron. Ron hit over 6,000 subscribers recently. What was it? 6.0. It was like a Macintosh thing that you posted about. Congrats, Ron. Love you, Ron. Hard drive is epic. We should sample it. Would be super happy to record any audio you need from this silly little hard drive, Veronica. While we were doing that, we took apart our LaserWriter Pro 630. And wouldn't you know, the capacitors have leaked on the logic board. Let me remove this hard drive from my desk, because that's what we're going to be working on next. Oh my goodness. That one Windows fan. Thank you very much for the super chat. Eep. You just got a 2009 MacBook Pro. That's awesome. I also saw your email. I'm super sorry. I'm very late with email responses. I did read it though. I wish you the best on your project. I'm not sure if I'll be able to help in that regard, but I will try and reply when I can. I just want to share how grimy this looks. Would it help if the microscope cable is plugged in? Yeah, it usually would help if that is happening here. Where'd the other USB-C adapter go? Here, cable. Here, cable. Where'd you go? Actually, can I just use this stupid hub thing? Maybe? We'll try it. Let's see if the system explodes. Sometimes OBS crashes if I plug in too many things. Hey, look at that. It saw it, maybe. That's not what I want. Maybe it sort of wanted to work there for a second. Yeah, let me unplug the second camera here. We're not going to need that right now. Sometimes when you have too many cameras on one USB port, it kind of goes a bit batty. So let me click OK. I know it's weird right now. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. See, that was a trick. Word. Not to mention you bring back double Steve. I don't know, one Steve is enough for me. Okay, so I need to share this with the world because I have this LaserWriter Pro 630. I turn it on. It seems to be making the right noises. When I put it into diagnostic mode, it says the motor error is bad, which we'll take a look at in 1 second. This is the logic board out of it. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, these caps look great. They look fine. And then I noticed something a bit shiny. And this is exactly what I saw. Oh, you poor little thing. All these traces. I don't know if this was rework or no. That's nasty there. That is nasty. That is ugh. And this one pin is very much nasty. Ugh. Yeah, so we have this cap here, which obviously was not happy, and exposed a lot of these traces here. And then, over here, right by the other thing, this chip has like a little bit of a burn going on there, or something, but all of the legs are fuzzy, so that's not good. And here we have, I don't know if that's rework. Somebody might have been in here before me. I'm not sure. Although I doubt it. Who's crazy enough to open a printer? Yeah, so that needs some love there. There's only a handful of caps on the board, thankfully. But yeah, this one, yeah, you could see what it's, ugh. And I don't know where this thing was stored either, you know. So we got that going for it. This one's pretty bad too. Oh, look at those V's. Oh, someone show Big Bad Biologist. He'd love that. And then look how it made it sad. It made the sim sad because now there's all like goop there. So let's remove this module here. Thankfully, it's metal clips here. But yeah, that's like capacitor goo. Or something. I don't know if that's not flux. I don't know. That's weird. Let's put this by the printer so we don't misplace it. And then there's more green over here. Thankfully the processor, thank goodness, appears to be okay. But we got some greenies here. I don't know if all those legs are going to be salvageable. Ugh. So I guess all laser writers need love now too. Repair the board with the mechanical parts work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we repair this, if that motor is going to work. We'll take a look at that in a second. Then we have this cap all the way over here, which is getting some green fuzzies on this chip, but that's not nearly as bad. And then, yeah, so that's this board. And then we have the motor board. Now this only has a few components on it, but unfortunately, we got some problems of our own here. That was I didn't even know that was a screw. But look, oh my god, what the hell? Are you serious? What happened here? I need a little tool. Where's my scraper? Oh, that's nasty. Where's my thingamajigs? Just use this for now. Got some greenies here. The capacitors are sad. My printer won't work, and I'm really glad. Oh god. Oh god. This is horrible. Just as horrible as my singing. What is this component? What is this component? I do not know. If anyone wants to educate me about this component, please do so, because I have no idea what the hell it is. .33 something. A resistor? Well, it didn't resist all the crap that's gone on here. R for rancid. Yeah. Oh god. So let's look at the values of these capacitors. This one's a Rubicon. Okay, this one is a 50 volt, 22 microfarad. The one, sorry, this is hard to hold because the motor keeps spinning on me. And you see a different focus than I do in the microscope. Let's see if I could sort of push this away. Get a different focus on it from this angle. Yeah, there we go. So this is a 50 volt 50 volt 0.47 microfarad. And then this one's a 50 volt 2.2 microfarad. So very obscure capacitor types there. Ouch. Poor little guy. At least the motor seems to be working, but that explains why we got a motor error, because those caps are sad. And that makes me think, what about the rest of the poor printer? Dare I open the power supply? I mean, it seems to be working. We're getting power. But for how long? Well, there's a nice window. You can just look inside. Oh, God. I mean, there's a big-ass cap here. So we got one big-ass cap. This was on recently, so I don't really want to, like, toy around in here. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Is that... I don't know what that is. But I guess we're going to find out, because, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I've got a bad feeling about this. I swear we will look at the hard drive in 1 second. I am just curious if this has sad caps in it. Usually it's the smaller ones you have to worry about, but Wait, how does this? No, that I don't think those have to come off here. Let's put those back. And let me put up a poll here. Love printers. I'm gonna put up a poll here, and we'll see. How the hell do you add a poll? There used to be a button here. Why is it only showing the top chat every single time I say to show the whole chat? All right, start a poll. Will the mini scribe hard drive image have Microsoft Word on it? Yes or no? Start poll. You can voice your opinion here. Do you think the mini scribe hard drive image, if it works, or if it doesn't work, has Microsoft Word installed on it? Let us know. While I take a precursory look at this, I think if I remove this, that should just come over. All right, let's try that. Because, well, I don't know how the hell they put this together. Well, we're going to just undo a few screws and just see what happens here. I like where your head is at, Jack. I mean, the printer did turn on. It did go through all of its diagnostics modes, so it works enough, but not enough to print. It doesn't do its self-test page or anything. Oh, something's coming up. That's a weird clip. Okay. That's out of there. And we can at least see some of the capacitors. Oh my god, what the hell did they do with this thing? It's like a little forest. I need a flashlight. Use my phone. There's a lot of caps in there. There's a transformer. These are the ones I was worried about because I thought I saw some crust on them. Upon further inspection, these are loafers. I see a little bit of something, but I don't quite know what it is. It doesn't smell like capacitor goop, but where's something non-conductive? Where's that little thing? There it is. Little orange guy. I don't smell anything bad. So we might be okay with the power supply. I mean, it has been working. There's a ton of little caps on this board here. Like a bunch of them. And oh, I see. So you unscrew that. Oh yeah, let's do that. This board is sort of like a sandwich. A very, very spicy sandwich. No, that was the only screw. Oh, no, there's one over here. Put this down so I don't accidentally touch something I shouldn't. Does this come away? Yes, it does. And can we see any other SAG capacitors or anything here? They all look good to me, to be honest. There's only 3 over here. There's 1 deep down in there. The others look fine. I don't see any problems at this point in time. So I'm going to button this back up. I'm sure it will not last forever, but we have bigger problems to worry about than the power supply. So let's button this power supply back up, and then we're going to take a look at that hard drive image. Thank you for entertaining my side quest here. Soup with the sandwich. It is a Sony. All right. You just need to oil the power supply, right? That's a thing, right? No, Stephen, no. Okay. Now to remember where all the screws went, 'cause I wasn't paying attention when I did the thing. I was reading the chat. He's a YouTube live streamer. He reads the chat. He's a YouTube live streamer. Doesn't know where his tools are at. He takes apart all the things and puts the screws on the table. And then the screws are no longer there and he doesn't know what he's gonna do. But thankfully he's wearing underwear so he could do the thing. God. Oh boy. Alright, so now we're putting this thing back together. And we're going to open up that disk image. Now, I will say, if I see any personal identifiable thingamajigs, I will not be showing that on the camera, but we're going to try just to see if there's anything interesting that we could share. All right. That was a fun side quest. Let's open up Infinite Mac, which is a great emulator. Snow is also another great emulator, but this should make it easy for us just to drag and drop. So I'm going to open up a 7.5 emulator. Let's close out of these windows here. I am going to make the resolution smaller, and then I'm going to share my screen. So just give me one moment here, folks. Let's go back here. Let's start a new one. Yeah, so let's have screen size, window, custom. Here we go. 640 by 480. Run. There we go. Okay, so let me shrink this down and let me share my screen here. Give me one moment. And that is way too big. Let me scale this down. Okay, and let me move this way. Maybe. Whoop. There we go. I forgot I was not in the studio mode, so you saw all the jank. Sorry, folks. This is what a professional live streamer looks like. Ugh. The camera's like in front of my screen. Whatever, it's close enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and drag over our disk image here. We'll see if it's even red. I mean, who knows? So this is going to be our copy, and we're going to drag that over. Rebuilding desktop file. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Copy of Microsoft Word. Of course. Of course. Of course there is. Oh, I'm so happy. Let me shrink myself down so you can see the joy that I have in my heart. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh boy. Oops, shrunk myself down too much. All right, so the yeses had it. Microsoft Word. Let's see what version it is. Drum roll, please. Version 5.0. Who had 5.0? Oh boy. All right, so this drive was last accessed in 1994. My goodness. Word F. Oh boy. So another version of Word. Same. Version 5. Okay. Oops. Stay on the page. I think it is. I just downloaded I think it was 5.1 or something. But we have Missile Command, Mac Risk, Solitaire, Super Paint, and that's it. Only 7.9 megabytes available. We have 10 megabytes on the disk. Let's view our list here. Yeah, this is a 5 megabyte Word install, 60K of Super Paint, and the hard drive has 3.6 megs. And then this is like maybe a megabyte. Oh, Solitaire. Is there? I keep instinctively doing Command W, which wants to close the browser window. I don't see any desktop files here, so it's just this seemingly. We put this in from this image. I don't know if it was worth it. You tell me. Oh, we have one proof fonts copy. After Dark, heck yeah. Kaboom. Kaboom Sounds. MX, oh, PostScript font, okay. Superclock. Word settings. Let's see what version. This has to be System 6 because we have Multifinder in here. Yeah, 605. Okay. And a bunch of preferences and junk like that. Let's see if Word opens. Nope. Ah, poopy. Yeah, so this is a System 6 disk image then. Let's see. Super Paint. Oh, we have like files, but not interesting. Do we have? Whoops. Not saved. Sorry. Where's the one with the thingy? Oh, that's right. Macintosh Garden. So let's search for Super Paint. I guess the first one here. Which one did we select? We selected the first one, which is 1.0. Sure. All right, so let's wait for that to do its thing. I guess so. It does. I mean, they did have a SideQuest disk. I forget if it was plugged into the Mac Plus or this one, but maybe that's where they stored all their stuff. Who knows? This link may not work. Let me manually grab this from the garden. There we go. Super Paint. Download the first one here. Okay, we're going to drag and drop that here. So if we go to the outside world, downloads, it unstuffed it. Let's just refresh that. There we go. There's Super Paint. I'm going to put it on our disk. Oh, it's locked. Okay, well. See, Colin, that's what I was telling you. It locked on me. We were having a different conversation earlier about something else. All right, so can't find. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? That's what. All right, so let's put this in our saved HD. And then let's even if we, this is all we really need, right? Oh. Oh, poopy, doopy, me and my Command W's. Hold, please. Let me get this going again. Okay, so let's go back home and let's do a System 6. They have 60? Yeah, 605. Perfect. All right, so here we go. And let's see if we can open Super Paint. No. Let's copy it to here. No. What the hell? Super Paint does not want to work. Interesting. Plan B. Let's grab another version of Super Paint. Maybe we could maybe do one that's slightly newer. It should be able to. Okay, Macintosh Garden is not loading for me. There we go. Got scared there for a second. Pre-installed stuff at a version 2. That's what we want. Okay, so let's go back home. Let's do a customized version of this. We want a Mac 2. Whoopsies. 8 megs RAM is fine. Let's do 608. Go. And I will copy Super Paint 2 here to our... Oh. It can't do the thing. Oh my goodness. Hold please. Back to 7.5 we are. So I can drag and drop Super Paint 2. Our computer's fun, folks. And then what we're going to do... Sorry, the chat is covered by other things. Outside World. Downloads. There's our Super Paint 2. We're going to drag that into our saved HD. We're going to open it. It's unstuffing Super Paint 2. Let's just see if this will open. Yes, it does. Great. Now, let's see if we can open any of these files. Spray can. What? No, not that one. This one. Dum-dum. No. Okay. Try opening them from within the program. Sure. No. Let's do a new one. Let's just, how do you use this program? I don't know. That's me. I'm very sad. We'll save this as test other format. See, Super Paint 2 original format? Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know, because it's let's say there's a pre-installed one of Super Paint here. Let's try this one. Let's see. I don't even know if this will run on here, but at least we'll be able to bring it to our saved hard drive. So let's quit this. Okay. And we have our outside world, downloads, Super Paint 1 installed, 1S, okay. Same crap. All right, so it doesn't like that either. When was this made? 1987. All right. Yeah, let's see if we have a graphic converter here. Please work. Of course it's not registered. Why would it be registered? Yeah, obviously going to the crap folder. No, I don't want to update. Thank you. All right, let's see. Saved hard drive. Art. It doesn't contain a picked file in the resource fork. Up. We got a box. No. I think some of those disk errors are affecting our ability to open things. But I guess that's what you have when you have like over 300 errors. Let's see. We have our log file here. How many bad sectors were there? We're at 99%, 99. It kept the log, which is cool. Over. Wait, oh, 398 bad sectors. Almost 400 bad sectors. Yes, real pros do use KidPix. I don't think there are any saved documents here. Yeah, this is all just standard stuff, it looks like. Yeah, all these sample documents. Risk. Oh. Okay, I think we've gone as far as we could go with that emulated hard drive. I don't think that's doing us any favors anymore. But that was cool to look at. You never know. You never know. You might find an old driver or software or beta of something or whatever. I've found a number of weird things over the years in places you would not expect. So it never hurts to look. Oopsies. What am I doing here? Sorry, I'm trying to rearrange my viewer thing here. There we go. Hi, you're stuck with me now again. Back to the chat. My goodness. Hi. All right. So what we do next? Well, I think what we could do is I could close out all of these windows that is making me dizzy because there's motion everywhere. I think I'm going to start taking caps off of the LaserWriter board. I don't know how not quite spirit appropriate. That's type 11. I do not know how successful we'll be, but I will certainly take a look at this and start going from there, huh? I also getting a bit hungry. I had a very late lunch, so I did not have my dinner, and I'm starting to get hungry. So I'm not going to stick around for too long, probably. But oh yeah, and when's that computer history thing start? Because I do not want to stream over that. Their live stream is starting in 45 minutes or so. Yeah, so I will wrap up before then. Do not worry. I will not make you choose because I want to watch that, so I assume everybody else would want to. Thanks, Garth. That'd be my next profile picture. Garth just sent me a funny thing. Okay, so sorry, let me make the chat bigger so I can actually see what people are talking about. Yeah, Garth was whoever I'm talking about, Colin Brain. Colin was working some magic with things, and I don't know how he did it, but he did something. And I was like, hey, I can't do that. No fair. I wonder if there are any LaserWriter Pro logic boards on eBay that are much cheaper than the pain and suffering I would go through to fix this. Oh, I have to take out all these little screws that hold the ports in, don't I? Or just enough to... Yes, I dealt with this on another LaserWriter. This is all one piece of metal. So how come off go? Yeah, that's gonna stay on there. Alright, we need a smaller screwdriver. I've already forgotten which screws go where, but you know, at this point, who cares? It's only the Centronics connector on an Apple printer. Who the hell's gonna use that? Okay, and then this I actually have the bit for. If I remember where I put my damn tools. I just had the darn thing. It was that the black tool set I was looking at before I got this one out. Come on. Oh boy. It's right there. Where'd it go? Did I put it somewhere? Did I bring it somewhere stupidly? No, it didn't fall on the floor. This is when I have my mental breakdown. It was right there. I saw it because there were these little nuts that hold in the serial port there, and I have a bit in that tool set. Just 1, 2, 3. It'll be easy to do so. Yeah, we have plenty of G5s and a bunch of other crap back there. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 G5s and 3 Mac Pros. And I have some specs written on them. We have the 1.8 gigahertz. Whoopsie. We have a dual 2 gigahertz. There's a quad in there. The rest I can't read. But yes. G5 power. Oh, where the heck is that tool set? I just had it here. That'd be weird if I moved it, because I was just, like, doing it with the thingamajig. Oh, boy. Did I put it down? Oh, here it is. The board's on top of it. Our Mac SE logic board was hiding behind it. All right. So these bits are great. So you just put them on the back of where the little nut is or whatever it is, and you could just remove them easily without mucking them up with your pliers or whatever. Now, of course, it would likely be the scenario that this does not fit any of the ones I have, and I'll have to use pliers anyway, because this is too big, and that's too small. Never mind. I thought I had the perfect tool for this. Turns out I don't. What do you do? What can you do? We'll just use pliers. The old-fashioned way. Yeah, it's annoying, but we'll manage. Let's get a better angle on here so you're not just looking at some weirdo. There we go. Oh, OBS is all zoomed out. Hopefully I'm not zoomed out in the stream. Okay, here we go. Yes, it keeps the shelf from floating away. There we go. So we're just trying to remove this logic board. And to do that, there are a number of screws on the back of here. And these little nuts for the serial port have to come out. So I'm trying to be gentle with these. How big was that hard drive, Colin? Because it would be interesting that it wouldn't cache it for my 20 megabyte hard drive. But you might be using a different browser. Who knows? Interesting either way. We're talking about dragging HDA files to your browser window on Infinite Mac. And seemingly sometimes it can write to them and sometimes it can't. However, Ron did a great video about basically how to prepare a hard disk image with that and sort of bootstrap it for your Blue SCSI. So there are ways around it. It would be very handy if you could just drag it in there and, you know, do it for you. But, you know, these things are always evolving and getting better. So maybe you'll be able to do that soon. Ugh. Ow! Oh, some people have their MacBook Neos already. You guys are fancy. Tab is sitting at 1.9 gigabytes. Oh boy. I bet you if you refresh that, it would probably take up less. Maybe, because it's like caching. If you do a rewind or something. This one bolt is not coming out. I'm just going to have to do it with these, because otherwise I'm going to rip the skin off of my fingers. That won't be fun. Nobody wants to see that. Ron knows all the tricks. Ron did a video about it. He knows all the tricks. Okay. I don't know where these screws went to anymore. Oh, that's for the board. Okay. Put those in that quadrant there. Oh, there's screws on the AAUI port here. At least those are coming off fairly easily. All the time left that we have before the Computer History Museum starts their stream, and I'm going to be still getting these damn screws out. Ah, poop. I dropped one. Darn it. Well, down I go. I found it. No, that's not it. Well, I'll look for it later, I guess. It wasn't an essential screw, but still. No, Gupum, no. All right. Take the protective thing off the Centronics connector, and now I can push this board through. Oh, that one screw. Go for me. Hey, Distros. How are you? Oh my goodness. There we go. The board is free. And now we can see how horrible it looks like underneath. 3, 2, 1. Let's see, where were the nasty bits? There. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got it over here now. Ugh. Oh, come on. These stupid vias. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. This trace is just lifted off. It's so corroded that this trace is just up in the air. It is not connected to anything. This is going to be pretty intense, because these vias are just destroyed. Oh, God. That sucks. Well, let's see where else. That was that one, and then there's this one by the SCSI thingamajig. Sorry, this is hard to focus. All right, those don't look too bad. Those look okay. Where else was it bad? Okay, over here. Looking okay. Yeah, so I'd say it's just this one area here, which is really in poor shape. Oh, and we got the camera pointed at the microscope. Oh boy. Where's my scalpel? Oh God, that's not what I was expecting to see, which is sad. Anybody have a LaserWriter Pro? I bet you that guy with the service parts at VCF Midwest a few years ago, I bet you he had the board. Don't mind me, I'm eBaying. LaserWriter Pro board. Let's throw money at the problem. That'll solve it. $112. You freaking out of your mind? Board was used to troubleshoot. Works great. Oh, God. Oh. No. I bet theirs has cap damage, too. The photos aren't close enough. $75. Oh, that's a DC controller board. That has caps on it, too. That's great. Yes, print a Joe's thing. Make Joe Printer happy go. LaserWriter, let's say 630 board, because that's the exact model of this. No, I'm not seeing, other than that very stupidly priced one, I'm not seeing any others. So we're going to have to fix it. He charges what he wants. Yeah. All right. So let's just get those caps off first. I am not going to have time in the half hour we have left to do anything other than just remove the capacitors. I'm going to put some tape over that area where the vias were bad, just so that doesn't get any worse. But, oh, that's such a heartbreaker. Alright, let me do one thing, and that's take a picture of this board so that I can make a recapping guide for it. Yay! This is going to be a crummy recapping guide if I don't get the photo right here. Let's move this out of the way. Doesn't have to be perfect. My leg's going to be in the shot. Alright, and this was the cap I had a question about. No, we're watching the Computer History Museum stream. The one they did on the 40th anniversary of the Macintosh was great. So I'm looking forward to it. All the people's on the stage. Yes, this cap is the one I'm not sure about. That's a nice zoom in of that cap. I would assume it's a 220 microfarad 16 volt capacitor. That's going to be my assumption, but I don't know. So that would be my guess. They are doing a panel, I guess, just to talk about Apple's 50th anniversary. So, and David Pogue is moderating. So it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, so that's just in about 30 minutes. It's on the CHM YouTube channel. 220 microfarad, 26 volts. Oh, Jack, as I'm reading Jack's thing, he removes the comment. I saw what you did there, sir. 22016. Okay, so you have 22016. Let's just do a little tour around the board here. That is a 4716. We have another 4716 that blew its guts. Another 4716 over here, right by the ROM chips. We have another 4716. Right below, I guess it's a ROM SIM slot. We have another 4716. And then we have two over here. Ugh, that chip looks bad. Ah. And then this one here. It is really bothering me that I won't be able to work on this right now because A, I'm going to have some dinner, a very late dinner, and B, I want to watch that stream. But we'll do a rain check on this. Where's my cutters? I don't know where my cutters are. I was going to make up I'm happy and cut the caps off the board because they're already sad. But if I can't find them, we'll just do them the old-fashioned way with smelling and burning and cursing, which is what we're going to do, I guess. So we'll turn this hot air station on and find where the hell I put my damn tweezers. I didn't think we were going to get this deep into a project, so I didn't prepare anything, as is my style. Got some solder here. I got my flux. Where's my darn tweezers? I guess I could steal them from one of those tool sets that I just had. There should be a thing of tweezers in there. Twist off for nothing. Here's a pair of tweezers. Those will do nicely. A Discord server. I have one that's linked to my Patreon as like an exclusive thing. I will be brutally honest, I don't really go in there a lot because I'm just busy with other crap. So if you are a patron of a certain level, you do get access to it. That is just sort of how it's set up, and I really don't have the time I used to actively use it. So my apologies for anybody expecting like some great interactivity with me there or whatever. There's a lot of awesome people in there. I just am like, every once in a while I'm like, oh hey, it exists, and then if somebody spams, I delete them and ban them. That's about it. All right, let's put a little dab of flux there, just to help with the desoldering. Eat them up, yum. We need to raise the temperature up on that. Oops. Wrong direction. Hey, Dave. If I had my clippers... Plus, if they explode... Wait, are these plastic tipped? No, I can't use these. They will melt. Where's the other tweezers? Here we are. Metal. I don't know what this smells like, but it doesn't smell like cap juice. It smells like I can't grip with these tweezers. That's what it smells like. Alright. Next. Alright, we'll twist off one of them just to make Colin happy. This one stinks. Whoop! That did a little pop right off camera. Oh boy. Thank you, Dave. That's very kind of you. Hopefully I was very descriptive. Alright, let's get this one off here. There's a big boy cap. Alright. That one is too close to the plastic, maybe. Well, we're going to try anyway. Sorry if my camera's not perfectly over it. That pad, I mean, all these pads don't look terrible. The sound of the hard drive kept you away. I'm so sorry, Dave. We have 3 more here. 4 more, actually. Oh, this one looks nasty. My water bottle was in the way of my arm. You know what? Screw it. I'm twisting this one off because it's too close to the plastic there. Oof. It's smoking. Being very gentle. Yeah, that I don't think is working. Alright, well, at least we were able to just pop the little top of the caparoonie off of there. So the legs were separated. I really don't know where my snips went. Are they over there? Maybe. I usually have like 3 pairs of those suckers because I'm always losing them. Let me just check real quick. Make my life a lot easier if they were here. Go to Harbor Freight and get another one. That's dangerous because that store has too many things. Here they are. Alright. And there goes the flux on the floor. So what I like to do is just clip the top of that off. And there we go. Now we have that all done. Yeah, so this cap looks terrible. And I bet this smelled delicious. So what I like to do is take out my vengeance on these and snip them in half. There we go. What's that on my t-shirt? It says arm the animals, and it's a picture of a bunny rabbit in a tank. Yummy. Okay, that one's done. Colin. I'm gonna get like a box that's like the size of like the size of like a small car in the mail. My wife's gonna be like, what the hell did you order? I got 100 pack of screwdrivers, 100 pack of clippers, 100 pack of this, 100 pack of that. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. I was like, oh yeah, somebody tinned the solder under here. I'm like, no, that just, I don't know what happened. It's just everything got exposed. And, ugh. Ugh. So sad. Lick it. No. No. Yeah, this one I didn't want to do because the hot air is this is the back of a HDI 30 SCSI connector. I did not want to have to worry about that. How many bits you ordered? Yeah, that poor little LaserWriter. Everyone ignores the poor guy. Now I'm curious because I got this a few years ago. I wonder if it was this bad when I got it because obviously I only opened the board up today. Oh, that one's pretty bad too. You can see the corrosion. Ugh. That probably wasn't even making contact anymore. Oh, this chip too. Did I just nudge that, or is that a different piece? I think that's a different piece of something. I don't have my scalpel here. I think that's part of the cap. Okay, I'll leave that alone. Oh, a 10 pack for 19 bucks. Damn it, Colin. Are these Amazon affiliate links? Honey, we're going out to dinner. Steve bought a bunch of my crap I linked him to. Oh, boy. And yeah, this one is the one with all that crazy crap there. So, we're right next to memory slot as well. So we're clipping you off. And Colin, you better be emailing me these links because I'm going to lose them when the stream ends in a bit. Oh, this one's a yucky one. Ugh. Oh, it's all goopy. Whee! There we go. Ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. Disgusting. Disgusting. Alright. So I think that's going to do it for us here. This axial cap actually looks fine, so I'm going to leave it. But again, just some of the carnage that this poor little sucker went through here. Let me minimize my face here because you need to see all of this. Let me try and focus this a bit better. Yeah. Oh yeah, the poll's still open. Oops. I don't know how to do YouTube. Oh god, this poor Sonic chip. I think some of those legs are just gone. I don't know. Ugh. And then it goes under the ROM chip, which I'm going to have to probably remove that socket. I don't know how bad it is under there. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. And all these vias have crap in them, and that chip there too. Dremel the chip. Yeah, I might have to. Oh boy. Let's see how this one. It's not terrible, but yeah, I mean, what it did to the chip next to it. And this could have been stored outside too. I don't know where where these originally came from, or where the person that I got them from, or whatever. Yeah, these are all going to be fixed. Need to be fixed. And these go to the other side, which is where we put that tape there, because the trace was literally lifting itself off of the board. So that's going to be fun. Well, if anybody finds a LaserWriter Pro, just steal the board off of me, because I might need it. I don't know what the heck this chip is. Oh, it's a SCSI? Is that a baby SCSI chip? Look how teeny tiny it is! It's a baby SCSI chip. Size of my fingernail. And it's probably toast, because that pin is super duper nasty. Ugh. This is probably like the actual SCSI control. Yeah, SCSI DMA. NCR, Apple. That's the actual SCSI chip. This does something, or it's just named SCSI. I don't know. Oh boy. Well, we will give it our try. We'll give it our all. We're gonna try. I would like to have this printer up and running for GlobalTalk, but I don't know if that's gonna happen during the month of MARCHintosh here, because of the insanity that is this board. Oh, VR1. Okay, voltage regulator. Sorry, it said SCSI on it. I read things and I make assumptions. That makes an ass out of me and you. Where's the button? There it is. Hi. All right, so we're going to wrap this stream up. We've been going for far too long here. I am upset that this thing needs so much work, but it also explains why it wasn't working right away. So maybe we could fix it. I don't know. The motor board with this thing on, I'm going to have to remove those caps. I'll take some pictures of it. But that's bad too. So, ugh. So what we did, happy MARCHintosh. What did we do here today? Can't brain, need eat food, go. We took apart that Macintosh SE. We took the hard drive out of it. We recovered some data from it. There wasn't anything groundbreaking on it, but it did show us how the Blue SCSI initiator mode worked. So that's pretty damn cool. It did take a while, and look at that. There's a jumper on this card edge connector. How about that? It's on this side by the memory slots. Was it the bottom? Focus. Focus. Close enough. Neat. And then we started taking apart our LaserWriter. Wasn't too many screws to undo, but yeah, this has some sag caps on it. And then we have this other board in there. I don't know if that has any bad caps on it. I only see two caps. And they look okay to me, but who knows? I always speak in tongues. Yeah, I have my Dave stream repairs lined up for me for sure. So yeah, we took the caps off this thing. We're going to revisit this at some point, maybe on this channel, maybe on Dave's channel. But yeah, that's about it for now. Happy MARCHintosh, folks. Go to MARCHintosh.com. I'm going to type it slowly into the chat. That's the wrong chat. MARCHintosh.com. And I'm going to pin the comment. So go there if you have not done so already. Learn all about GlobalTalk. Sign up for it. It's a lot of fun. You could spam my printer once I get it working. And it's all MARCHintosh's fault and GlobalTalk's fault. I even dug this thing out of the garage to look at it. But even if you don't have a vintage Mac, you could emulate one. There's a guide on the GlobalTalk and MARCHintosh pages there for you to learn about that. But that's about it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Anybody who did a super chat today, thank you. That is super awesome, and I greatly appreciate it. And to all my supporters on Patreon and YouTube, you are amazing. Thank you. A few things I'm going to be doing in the near future is the Woot Switch from JCM-1. Joe from Joe's Computer Museum has an awesome ADB switch box called the Woot Switch. I've been teasing this for a while. I have it. I've reviewed it. It works great. And I want to release a video about that. So you'll see a video about that hopefully coming soon. But that's about it for now. I'm going to look for the end stream button. It is somewhere. Thank you, Jeff, and Colin, and whoever else was here. Joe, and Garth, and Noons, and CSU, and Jack, Gopherman, anybody who's still sticking around. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I need to find the YouTube tab because I don't know how to end the stream. Oh, no. Oh, wonder what this